His mind, his mind, his mind.
Ain't no question who they ask for next is. Southside, but my niggas from the West End. Look, and I've seen y'all making little jokes on Twitter. Don't fuck around and find out with them. Look.
Hi, my beautiful YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you are new, welcome to the team. My name is Danny. I make videos about movies, makeup, and motherhood. So if any of that interests you, make sure you hit subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you never miss an upload. That was really good. So first of all, I know I said it in the video at some point, don't talk about my hair. If you talk about my hair, you're anti-black. These braids about to come down. They're old. Don't worry about me. So in this video, I'm back with another movies and makeup. I'm actually on a roll with movies and makeup, kind of. But I went to go see Nope last night. I was so ready to see it. Couldn't wait for it to come out. I've been showing different commercials and teasers and trailers leading up to it. And I know I mentioned in my last video where I reviewed The Black Phone that other than The Black Phone, my other most anticipated movie to see was Nope. So it came out yesterday. Went to go see it in the theater. It was a great movie. Jordan Peele just doesn't miss. Like I said, his mind. It's always something deeper going on in his movies, and he has that scare factor. And I like that he says, you know, he shows horror movies from a black perspective. I'm not gonna get into my review of it, but just know Nope was a good movie. Haven't really seen too many mixed reviews about it. I've seen people actually like it. I think I might have seen a couple people say they didn't like it. But I think if you really understand Jordan Peele's type of horror, and if you really are a horror fan, I think you will really enjoy it. You know, Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya is about siblings who own a ranch where they train horses for Hollywood. It's like TV shows, westerns, movies, and there's some weird happenings going on in their ranch of something that is affecting their horses and themselves. And it's crazy. There's also a side story with Steven Yeun's character. It's really crazy, and if you watch it, you really have to pay attention and really kind of try to see how everything ties in. But I get into it in the review. I try not to spoil it. I do get into a section where I reveal some things in the movie that aren't technically spoilers, but they're nothing you would expect to happen. So it's nothing that was revealed in the trailer or in the description of the movie, but I don't think it spoils the movie. So just certain things, certain details that I point out in a certain section you might not want to watch if you haven't watched the movie. Like I said, I don't think it spoils the movie for you because there was a lot of twists and turns and unexpected moments. But if you want to go in completely blind and not have any part of the movie ruined for you, I will put a timestamp in the description, and I'll put it on the screen and let you know exactly where it'll start and where it ends, so you don't have to watch that part. Oh, and I do this makeup look. I completely ignored that this is a movies and makeup where I did this whole makeup look while I created it. It was fun to do. Again, out of my comfort zone. TikTok made me do it. I need to stay off TikTok. If you like the makeup look and want to see how I did it, or if you want to hear my review of Nope and hear what I think about it, mostly spoiler free, just continue to watch and let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And of course, like I said, if you're new, subscribe to my channel to join my team so you can hear my opinions and see if you do makeup on other movie reviews, as well as if you're interested in my motherhood videos. I'm starting doing those as well. And I think that's about it. So let's get into the video. Stay tuned to the end. Hope you guys do to hear my final review. Alright, that's enough. Thank you. Let's get to the video. Okay, hi beautiful YouTube friends. So I'm starting this out, looking real ghostly, but it's fitting. Oh, and change the scenery. The little one is taking a nap, so to not disturb him, I had to come to another room to film this. So hopefully this goes well and he stays asleep. So, oh, and if you talk about my hair, you're anti-black. As I said in my intro, I'm going to be talking about Nope because I went to see it last night in the movies. And just Jordan Peele, his mind. If y'all know I don't go to movies often, physically going to the movie theater. So me going to the movies is a big deal. And Jordan is one of them that can get me to go to the movie theater because I feel like the last time I went to the movie theater was to see Us. So that says anything. Some movies you have to see like in the theaters, and Jordan Peele movies is one of them. So yeah, I went to go see Nope last night. Took myself on a little solo day because I really wanted to go on opening night. It came out last night. Well, it came out, you know, late Thursday night into Friday, but went Friday night after work. I recorded a, what's it called, trailer reaction. I didn't even watch it back before. I remember, I think I had it like completely wrong, and I said hold me to it, that I was gonna be able to predict what the movie was about. I didn't predict what the movie was about at all. You knew that. Again, I'm gonna try a TikTok makeup look or something on TikTok. It's rather difficult. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm going to give it a try and we'll see if it comes out right. I'm gonna go with an oldie but goodie. Hopefully it comes out right. I'm gonna go with the Jackie Aina and Sachi Beverly Hills palette. I'll go with Credit because this is one of the darkest browns I've seen, darkest chocolate girl browns I've seen. It's probably darker browns. It's probably darker browns elsewhere, but Jackie's is one that I really like. So let's go with the synopsis of what the movie's about. Let's see if I go to the website and read what they say the movie is about. Okay, nope, it doesn't tell me on the website, but on Google it says caretakers at a California horse ranch encounter a mysterious force that affects humans and animal behavior. Basically, the movie is about two siblings played by Keke Palmer and my husband Daniel Kaluuya. I think he's a beautiful black man. It doesn't make any sense how beautiful that man is to me. Beautiful skin, beautiful white teeth. It's just like, oh, he's gorgeous. They're siblings and they own a ranch because their great-great-great-grandfather was the first black man pictured on a, so there's a motion picture. First motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse. And that is their great-great-grandfather, which the motion picture is actually real, like, but it's not really, of course, their great-great-grandfather, but it really is a black man on a horse was the first motion picture. And now they train horses for Hollywood. They're kind of taking over the ranch since their father's untimely passing. And they're just trying to stay afloat, make the money that they need to run the ranch successfully. Daniel's the older brother. He's a little more passionate about the ranch than Keke is. She's more like into wanting to get in Hollywood, wanting to be in showbiz. She's in it for like the fame. He's in it for like his actual love of horses. So as they're living on the ranch, there starts to be weird occurrences with some unidentifiable flying objects in the sky that is like stealing their horses. Really, really weird. Thinking that there is aliens, they're trying to come up quick and get what they call the Oprah shot, which is a shot and proof of aliens, like real one, because most we have is just like blurry picture. You can't really tell what it is, and the government always has an answer for what it is. It's not really what you think it is, so they're trying to get like a true blue actual picture of aliens to win like $100,000 or something. One of their goals with the movie is really just to get this shot. That's basically the synopsis. Oh, and I asked on my TikTok, should a review be spoiler free or can I spoil it, and everybody voted no spoilers. Y'all are so annoying. I'm gonna try not to, but this movie is really complex. Again, if I do, I made notes because I don't want to spoil it because people ask me not to spoil it. So I know what's over the eye look low key. I'm gonna try not to spoil it for y'all. So I'm just gonna talk about real surface level things, and then I'm gonna get into more in-depth analysis of the movie, and if it's a spoiler, I'll put a spoiler on the screen. Let's talk surface level. The acting, of course, is great. Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer are great actors on their own. But even the supporting actors, there was like an electronics guy. It's someplace called Fry's Electronics, which actually was a real electronics store, apparently. But it went defunct like last year, which is actually crazy. I think Nope got pushed back. So just imagine like how their business would have been if Nope would have been released before they went defunct. His name is Angel. Who's he played by? Let's see. Played by Brandon Perea. What is he playing? He don't play much. Played in the OA. Oh man, we're on the OA. Never watched that show. And then of course Steven Yeun, who I know as Glenn from The Walking Dead, who most of you probably know as Glenn from The Walking Dead, even though he's been so much more after that. He plays a guy named Jupe, who is a former child actor. Turned like he owns like a kind of like a carnival fair type, but it's like rodeo thing. Really interesting. Of course the other supporting cast were really good, but I feel like my mind going into it, I thought Kiki was gonna be like the main character, and she was. It was like her and Daniel were both main characters. Kiki's name in the movie is Emerald. I'm stuck on her Emerald. And then Daniel's name was OJ. It was like Otis Jr. I thought like M was gonna be like the main character and OJ was gonna be like kind of her supporting, but it was really kind of reversed. They were both main characters, but OJ had a bigger role than I thought he would in the movie. And I think it was more so M's personality. So you can see the conscious personality. Like I said, OJ's more focused on the actual horses, training them, and just getting the business done. M is all about the lights, camera, action. She has this personality. She has the charisma like their dad. She's more like their dad when it comes to charisma. OJ's more like their dad with his talent on training the horses. It's like their contrast was just interesting to see how they mesh and how they kind of clash. But at the end of the day, they're brother and sister, so they still have each other's back in the best way possible. The acting was great. A lot of comedic moments, which you expect because Jordan Peele is a comedian and Kiki is just funny in general. So a lot of comedic moments between the two. The cinematography, you know, let's talk about cinematography and score. Both were great. There were some really interesting like wide angle shots. And with Jordan Peele movies, I always try to make it a point to like pay attention to why he's shooting some a certain way, because there's a meaning behind it. Like, it's not just because, oh, this is a nice shot, it's beautiful. There's something in this scene that you have to pay attention to, or see how the characters are interacting or how the characters are placed. You know, it has a point, everything it does. So I was really like focused on like how he was shooting things. I was really paying a lot of attention to the cinematography, which was just amazing. I'm going with the Alyssa Edwards palette. There's a white in here. I'm gonna try that white. It's called Headliner. And put it in between these white spots, and hopefully this comes out looking nice. So the movie I would say is more horror sci-fi, which is interesting because I think Jordan has tackled a lot of different types of horror. He had like the home invasion, Stranger Danger with Us. He had the crazy cannibal-ish. They weren't cannibals. We know that kind of horror with Get Out. So now him talking sci-fi is interesting. But we all kind of assumed it was going to be a sci-fi film. There weren't really parts that like scared me per se. It was very thrilling. You know, I like to acknowledge the difference between a horror and a thriller. Horror is really going to like really scare you. Thriller is like keeps you on the edge of your seat, makes you feel uneasy. And I already commented there was like comedic relief, comedic moments. One thing I love about Jordan, I think that's why I always have to make it a point to go support him, is he truly tells horror from a black perspective. I think that was most of the comedic elements. It was like you're having these horror movie moments from a black person standpoint, because if you know, you know. We see scary moments a lot different than our white counterparts. And I think that's why everybody's so excited about the movie being called Nope, because it's like, oh, it's supposed to be black as fuck. Like, because every time we see something sketchy, scary, crazy, we're like, nope, nope. We want no parts, nope. And that's what the movie was. Just nope, and they acted accordingly. And of course, if you do know Jordan Peele, you know all his movies also have like hidden meanings, meaning that they're societal based. They're very deep, for lack of better words. So I will say, when I went into the movie, I was confused. Most of the movie I was confused. A good chunk of the movie I was confused. And when I left the movie, you would think, you know, you leave the movie, you're gonna have like understand like, oh, okay, I understand 100% what was going on. No, and I've seen other people say the same thing. Like, they left still not really knowing what the hell they just watched. In a good way though, because it still was a good movie. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I still will watch it again. I'll probably get it on DVD. I'm definitely willing to watch it again. I was telling my sister, I went solo, but I was supposed to go with my sister, but she couldn't go last night. So she was talking about going today. So I told her I went already, but if she wanted to go see her, needs me to go with her, I would go with her. Because I want to go see it again, because I know there's things I've missed. So what I think the main message is about the dangers of spectacle culture, if I will say. Using real lives for a show and not respecting that these are actual real lives. For example, the horses. Like I said, they train horses for Hollywood to make them a spectacle, for westerns, for commercials. And like there was a scene, I don't think it's gonna be a spoiler, but there was a scene of them like preparing for commercial, and OJ's like trying to tell them different things on how to handle the horses, and they were just not listening to him and just doing whatever they wanted to, and the horse freaked out because he's like, you don't understand, this is an actual animal, this isn't just a prop, like you have to treat it with respect and with care. There was also a side story, so it was a lot about animals. I don't know if animal cruelty is really like the nail on the head he's trying to hit, but it was a lot about animal cruelty, which is actually, it is a societal problem. Like people treat animals dirt bad in movies and TV and commercials. So I think that will really affect a lot of people to really realize like how animals are treated in Hollywood. So not only the horses, there's also a side story, which I do not want to get too much into, because I think that is a surprise. Okay, I'm gonna put a spoiler alert here, because I don't, it's not a spoiler, but it, I'm just not gonna say it. Y'all making it so hard on me with no spoilers. But there's another animal. It's Gordy the monkey. He is like a TV star. It's really flashback because he was on the show that Steven Yeun was the child star of. And just the way they treated him, which is not right. And there was consequences for that. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what? Once I finish this hour, we're going to get into the possible spoiler section. So before I get back into, so I'm gonna go in deeper about spectacle culture, because there's some parts, like it's not gonna spoil the movie. There's a lot of twists and turns, but there are some things that I think I would rather mention to people who've actually seen the movie. I would think people who have seen the movie are also watching. It's what I started doing. I enjoy watching movie reviews after I've seen the movie and hearing people's interpretation. So let's go ahead and end the movie review part. Overall review, I enjoyed the movie. If I had to rank it with Jordan Peele's other movies, Get Out's always been number one. I'm a classics girl. So 9 times out of 10, if I am ranking like a horror or movie series in general, the original's most like always been number one. I know that's controversial because some people really aren't like sold on originals as I am. I know it's a lot of controversy with the Final Destination movies. Some people think Final Destination 3 is the best one. With the Saw movies, people think different Saws are the best one. And I always still rank them as like the originals as the top. So Get Out's always going to be like my top. I'm not going to say always, but Get Out will be my top Jordan Peele movie. So between Us and Nope, I might put Nope over Us. Us was pretty good, but I really enjoyed Nope. And I don't know if it's because I'm on a fresh high. If that changes, I'll let y'all know after I watch a couple times. But for now, I'm gonna put Nope. For now, I'm gonna put Nope over Us. And now we're gonna get into the potential spoiler section. So if you have not seen the movie and you don't want it to be spoiled, possibly, or any parts that aren't in the trailer, I'm gonna mention, which is why I say potential spoilers, because I'm not gonna spoil the end. I'm not gonna spoil anything major, I don't think. I'm just gonna talk deeper about the overall moral of the story, which I think is spectacle culture. And to really talk about that, which is what I really want to talk about, I'm going to have to talk about some specific things in the movie. So as I was saying about spectacle culture, there's a quote in the very beginning of the movie. Let me find that quote. It's from the Bible, apparently. I'm not very extremely well versed in the Bible because I've never even heard of this book. Maybe it's not from the Bible. No, it says Bible. Okay. It's from Nahum 3:6. And it says, I will pelt you with filth. I will treat you with contempt and make you a spectacle. I'm pretty sure Jordan usually puts quotes that pretty much sum up the movie in his movies. So that's basically saying, I'm going to treat you wrong, do you dirty, and make you a show for entertainment and not care about respecting you at all. Gordy the monkey. So like I said, Steven Yeun is a child star who actually survived a very horrific attack on set, which is when Jordan was interviewed about something in the movie that's not in the trailer, but not a spoiler, was there's an animal attack that's very, very brutal. Very, 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 very brutal. Very that was one of the moments that had me like on the edge of my seat as I was watching it unfold, and very makes me feel uneasy, not good. So the Gordy the monkey was treated just bad. Nobody really paid attention to like how to really care for an animal on set. There's now a monkey, and he attacked because he felt in danger. So that was one example. They just saw Gordy as, you know, the star of this hit show, this monkey and this family, and we're just gonna make money off of him. We're gonna, you know, have this show that's very, very successful and not really care about how to really care for a living, breathing animal. And there was consequences for that. That's all I'm saying about Gordy, because it's gonna get to spoiler territory. And then the horses, I mentioned that there was a part when they were at a commercial and they weren't listening to OJ on how to like act around the horses, and they scared the horse. And they just kind of seen it as blaming the trainers, and it was like, no, he was trying to tell you what to do. And they didn't see it. They just kind of saw it as, we're just using this prop. Forget it being a real horse. We're just going to just treat how it was. And that's why I think kind of animal cruelty was also a very big theme in this movie. I think that was something they were kind of trying to touch on, because I'm sure animals get treated like in Hollywood and in real life. They were also selling the horses because they didn't have any money to try to keep their ranch. So they were selling them to Jupe, Steven Yeun's character, and he just was basically mistreating them. Like, he didn't care about the horses like the M and OJ did. He wanted them for profit for his carnival fair, and there were consequences for that. Okay, I have these crystals, and I'm going to try my best to place them. So the unidentified flying object that is stealing the horses also gets attempted to be made into a spectacle by Jupe. Like I said, Jupe surviving the horrific attack, he kind of saw himself as like invincible in a way. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but he tried to make a show where he would like lure out the unidentified flying object to show like people in the town like what happens and what it does. Trying to make the object into a spectacle. There were consequences. You thought it showed you a thing or two. And there was also a scene with a TMZ reporter. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on what that scene was, but basically the TMZ reporter was in like danger, and as OJ was trying to help him out of it, he was more focused on like, get my camera, record this, don't miss this, this is crazy. And there were consequences. So basically the message is, realize the things that you're trying to make into a spectacle, that you're trying to make a profit off of, are more than just things. Like, a lot of times they're people, a lot of times they're animals, a lot of times they're living, breathing things. And you shouldn't let your need to show off or make something to a spectacle, for lack of better words, get in the way of your safety, like the TMZ reporter, or just your morality as a good human being. I also think there was like some hints at things about technology and social media, which social media is the biggest spectacle of them all. People make up their own lives on social media, and it's very, very dangerous. There's actually a commercial that I always see like on YouTube about the things that advertise on social media for someone's self-esteem, or for like little girl self-esteem. They see these perfect bodies. They see, if you don't like something, you can just fix it with plastic surgery, and they don't really learn to like love themselves. Everything's just out there on Front Street. You could get into someone's whole life by turning on the TV. Look at the freaking Kardashians. Look at all these reality stars. You see their whole life. If you want to see what somebody got going on, you don't pick up a phone to call them. You just go to their social media. So social media is literally the biggest spectacle, and it's dangerous because you don't really realize how it's affecting other people and how it can affect you if you make yourself into a spectacle. Look at these child actors. They were spectacles from younger years, and now they just don't even know how to navigate in the real world, like freaking Orlando Brown. Oh my gosh, y'all see that interview? I also think black people, we have been the biggest spectacles of all, and I want to talk about it. This is also my theory. I haven't seen nobody else talk about it, but that's kind of how I am also taking it. So first of all, the first motion picture was a black man on a horse ran for 2 seconds, but that was the first time they put pictures together to show something in movement, in motion, a motion picture. So how big of a deal was this man? And Kiki mentioned that in the movie that this was the first actor, the first stunt man, the first, you know, like this man was a man, I don't know, like he was the first. Nobody knows his name. They gave him a name in the movie, but of course that's fictionalized. Nobody knows who this man is. But he's history as the first motion picture. But people know the name of the director, of the man who put it together. Nobody knows who this black man is. So for the profit and for, look what motion pictures are today. This is a motion picture we're watching. So how big motion pictures are, how big that moment was, this man gets no credit for it. And then people kind of downsize like it's just his image. But you know how much actors get paid for their image? This man get probably paid pennies. But he was a spectacle. And they didn't respect him enough to give him that credit. I think an overall theme is that black people are always treated as spectacles. We don't get any credit. Look at cultural appropriation. Look at freaking TikTok. How y'all love our hair, you love our music, you love the way we talk, you love to watch what we do, but then y'all steal it and make it like it's your own. So we're good for your show. You're good for you to watch and see, but we're not going to get that credit or to get what we really deserve. Black creators on TikTok create all the trends. You're literally watching us see what we do to be the next trend. And they get paid so much less than white creators. Another moment in history of black people being treated as a spectacle. Look at Sarah Bartman. If you don't know who Sarah Bartman is, look her up. Because the story just always just pisses me off the more and more I think about it. And that's something as I was researching, or even just as I was analyzing the movie and thinking about how like spectacle culture has really affected black people. Sarah Bartman was the first thing I mentioned. They used to put this woman up. She was a black woman, black former slave, unless she was a slave at the time. Big hips, big butt, big breasts, big lips, what black women are. They used to put her on display because of her body. Because it was so much more curvy and curvaceous, and they sexualized her. Like, where's the respect in that? Black women are still sexualized today. Now you have people like the Kardashians with the curvy bodies and the big butts, and it's just like, that's a new it thing to be. But back in the day, it was a spectacle. It was something to look at, to laugh at, to jeer at, to just be so astonished by it that you just can't look away like a car accident. It's sad. It's really just disheartening as a black person to think about things like that, and to really look at the movie and really think about how we have been spectacles. We never get the respect that we deserve. We never get the compensation we deserve. We never get the credit that we deserve. They treat us as disposable objects. Like they did the horses in the movie. Like they did Gordy. Like they think it'd be easy to replace. They didn't even think that they want to be looked at every day with lights, camera, action all in their face. Or have these people looking and pointing and amazed. Even the object. Why would y'all think that y'all could put it on a show and it's gonna just take that? Like, I don't know. I told y'all, me trying to review a Jordan Peele movie without spoilers is freaking hard. Hope I didn't. I truly, honestly didn't spoil anything for y'all though. I said a lot that y'all probably weren't expecting because it's not like in the trailer or in the description of the movie. But it's a lot. I want y'all to watch it and report back. I'm going to watch it probably 2 or 3 more times before I really have like a final opinion and thought about it. Because I just know there are things I missed. And there's hidden meanings and messages. Like, I know y'all seen in the trailer, they had like the little, they call them sky dancers. Like the little things you see like at car washes, where it's like the little human being, it dances in the wind on certain pictures. That made an appearance in at least one of the trailers. And there was a purpose for them in the movie. It's like, when I first saw them, I'm like, there's gotta be something there. And they had a purpose for them in the movie. But I still feel like it's something else. That's gonna end the spoiler section. I'm gonna finish this makeup look while these rhinestones, because I have a lot more rhinestones to go. And I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. Hey, it's Danielle in the future, and I actually just thought of another spectacle. Think about all the black people we've seen killed on camera. Not that they're a spectacle, but people are always so obsessed with capturing the moment, like the TMZ photographer, paparazzi that I had mentioned. How he wanted just to capture the moment, and he wasn't really listening to anybody else. He wanted his phone to capture what was going on. We're always quick to grab a phone, which it's a catch-22. It's like great because we have that proof, but it's also like, don't we get tired of seeing our people shot down on social media, on Facebook? I get tired of seeing those videos. But think about how much of a spectacle Black people are made into when they're being killed, and they don't have the respect. The police don't have the respect for that person to not gravely injure them or to not kill them or hurt them, even as they're on camera with this, making this show of what's going on in the world. I don't know if I'm thinking too deep into it, but I actually just recorded a TikTok video where I talked about Nope, and it kind of clicked to me while I was making that video. So I just had to come in, insert myself back into the video, and just mention that, because I think that could possibly be another example of spectacle culture gone wrong. Okay, I finished the makeup look. This took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it got done. I need to sit. This is a better eye. And you gotta see the angle. Overall, Nope was dope. Of course, it had hidden meanings. I think the main purpose of the movie, the main societal issue that wants to be tackled, is being a spectacle, not respecting the things you're making into a spectacle, being too over invested in things that are spectacle, like social media, characters on TV shows, and not really seeing them as real living, breathing human beings or animals. But it was a good movie. Acting was great. The message was great. That's supposed to say the overall message of the movie. Like I said, I'm gonna see it 2 or 3 more times. I don't know if I'm actually going to the theater for it. Maybe somebody wants me to go with them, but I'm about to try to find out my fire stick. I might watch it again tonight and see if there's anything else that I missed. But I think everybody should go see it. Great movie. Horror. It wasn't really that scary, I don't think, but I'm also a horror movie girl. So if you are really freaked out, I don't think many people in the movie with me like jumped or were scared of things. I jumped at a scene that wasn't really scary. It was just kind of like, oh, that's so-and-so. Cat from Euphoria was in this. I was like, oh, it's Cat. But she was kind of like, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about in the comments what you guys think. If you're going to say something that's a spoiler, put spoiler alert at the beginning of your comment, then kind of space down, then put your comment, because I don't want to spoil for anybody else. Until next time, stay beautiful.
Got 2 bad hoes trying to catch a vibe, and I give them mad work like a 9 to 5. See these niggas throwing shade, baby, step aside. Real niggas in the spot better recognize. Bitch, I'm red shade. Hey, bitch, I'm red shade. You got caught in the scam? Oh, bitch, I'm red shade. Can't get over you, man. Hey, bitch, I'm red shade. You don't know who I am? Oh, bitch, I'm red shade. Come on, let's swerve.